Hello, this is Brandy. I'm here on my property in Arizona, about 5 miles or so outside of Douglas, and I've owned the property for a couple months now. I've been out here full-time, a little over a month maybe, and then some couple weeks here and there sporadically. Anyway, there was a flood incident in the tent. Not so much that water was everywhere, but I had a tarp down underneath the tent, and the tent was situated a little bit lower in elevation than the tent next to it, and water flooded underneath the tent, and then it got trapped there between the tarp layer and the tent layer. So I had to tear down the tent. The water was not drying out, and I have some ideas on how to fix that. At first I was gonna do a bunch of sandbags and use the sandbags kind of like pavers with gravel underneath and sand in between the pavers, thinking it would be a very economical choice. And then time went on, the bags are really heavy, hard to fill, and I'm tired of tearing down my air mattress every morning and setting it up again every night, and I want my bedroom tent back up. So, modified plan. I'm currently digging a ditch around where the bedroom tent is going to be situated, and I'm going to fill that trench with gravel after I've put in a French drain and scratch the sandbag idea. I'll probably use the sandbags maybe to anchor the tarp down, but I've decided the issue really was that there was no space between the tarp and the tent layer, and once the water got in between those two layers, it had no way to evaporate and get out. So I will continue digging the ditch. I'm almost done, and I've been throwing the dirt into the center so that the tent will be elevated in comparison to the edges of the ditch, since that's going to take me a little bit of time to get that French drain figured out and set up. So, ditch, nearly dug, dirt piled towards the center to raise the elevation, and then I'm going to do a layer of gravel. Oh, sorry, some kind of biting bug just bit me on the arm. That kind of hurt. Anyway, so gravel is going to go down in the center, and I'm going to slope it so that the center area is higher than the edges. And then I'm going to put the tarp back down and anchor it, again, possibly using those sandbags to help anchor that. And then I'm going to put a layer of sand between the tarp and the tent. That will hopefully also make the flooring a little bit more comfortable. Sand will be a lot more comfortable to walk on than the gravel and the random rocks that would poke through when I was just walking around. And it'll also hopefully keep any heavy objects that I have in the tent from puncturing through the tent flooring due to those rocks. So that's the plan. I'd like to get back in my bedroom tent this evening, but it's afternoon, I think. I'm not exactly sure what time it is. I tend to lose track of time out here. But again, that's the plan. Ditch is almost dug. Dirt is piled towards the center to raise the elevation. A layer of gravel is going next. Then the tarp, anchored possibly with the sandbags, because I have other uses for the large rocks, and a gabion wall that I'm intending to build for the duck enclosure. So, gravel, tarp, layer of sand, tent, and then I have some other ideas for inside the tent in case water does still get in. I'm going to set storage on top of cinder blocks to get it up off the tent floor, and then I'm also hoping that maybe that'll make it a little bit easier when I want to clean up some of the dust and dirt that collects in the tent. And the air mattress is also going to go on top of 12 by 12 by, I think, 1-inch papers. And yeah, so any kind of storage items that are valuable that I don't want to get damaged, they will go for sure on top of cinder blocks. And yes, this was a lot of work for a temporary tent, given that I have a $4,500 wall tent sitting in storage that I would love to move into. I've got it all mapped out. I've got furniture in storage, so it will feel closer to a normal, like a small studio apartment. It's 14 by 16. However, I'm gonna walk over through the gate here and turn the camera viewpoint around. Bear with me while I do that. Let's see. I don't know, can I do that one?